Thank you, Eric, and I want to join you in thanking moms. Proverbs 1, 8, and 9 says, "Hear, my son, your father's instructions, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. For they are a graceful garland for your head and pendants for your neck." Moms, you are truly God's gift to us, and we are grateful for you and for your teaching. Our mission at First Evangelical Free Church is knowing God and making Him known. Our passion is we are becoming disciples, living as a family of disciples, serving as disciples in our community, and sending disciples into the world. For announcements this morning, I want to call your attention to our website again, where you can click on the Bulletin and Inserts tab. There are a number of announcements on there. There are 3 that I want to highlight. The first one is that we have 16 graduates who have been going to school in something completely different from a normal school year, and hadn't really thought about that too much, but a couple of weeks ago, my wife Brenda was going through things and came across the announcement for my graduation. And, well, that was 42 years ago, and it still brought back memories, and just thinking about our graduates and the things that they won't experience. They are truly living in some strange times here, and please take time to look through that list. Congratulate those 8 from high school and 8 graduates from college as well. On page 2 of the bulletin, towards the bottom of the left side, there's an announcement about Vacation Bible School, which is scheduled for July 12th through the 16th. Now, we don't know what or if any restrictions will be in place in the middle of July that would prevent us from having Vacation Bible School. But assuming there aren't any restrictions that would prevent us from holding VBS, we really need to know if we have your participation or not. And so there's a link in the bulletin, and you can just click on that would let us know, let the VBS team know whether or not you can volunteer, and also whether or not your children would be able to come. Again, we'll be making that decision at some point in the future. We plan to go ahead if we can, so without any restrictions. So we really need to know that. So if you take time to click on that link, fill out that really, really brief survey, we would appreciate it. You also should have received that yesterday in an email, so you can click on the same link there. The third announcement that I want to mention is the first thing on the big 3 on page 2 of your bulletin. So we have been continuing to keep a close watch on everything, every regulation that we can find that would impact us regarding worship. And while state and local laws have not addressed churches specifically, there have been some general guidelines that we believe we are in the spirit of those, even though we're not restricted by them. And so the governor announced about a week and a half ago a getting back to normal plan. But she also said at this time, we can't afford to get back to normal. This is just a step that we're taking at this point. Vulnerable individuals are still vulnerable, and we still need to maintain physical distancing the best we can. So we are making one step, one thing only, which is in-person Sunday morning worship in addition to live stream. So we're not making any other changes at this time. And our major concern on May 17th regarding this virus will be to protect vulnerable individuals and those who simply cannot afford to risk being infected. And so this is about loving our neighbors as ourselves. So if you are sick, or if you have a family member sick, we ask that you not come, just join us by live stream. And if you feel that you would be unsafe, we ask the same thing. During the time of this virus, feel free to join us on live stream. When you're here, we ask you to wash your hands often for 20 seconds with soap and hot water. Maintain social distancing the best you can. I mentioned last week that we can't guarantee that we will be able to keep 6 feet between you at all times. Well, that's really the same thing you have at restaurants now, and at gyms, and at Hy-Vee, and at the mall that is opening. You won't be able to guarantee that we have 6 feet of separation at all times, but this is largely up to each of us individually to do our best to maintain those. We will have some seating areas set up that will have 6 feet of separation. We're going to change the seating areas in the coffee area, and the fellowship hall will be available as well, and we will have separation of 6 feet between those. And so that is a possibility for you. But again, largely this is up to us as a group. And the fourth thing, think that, I might just have the virus and not know it. A number of people are asymptomatic, quite a few probably. And the goal here would be to not infect someone else. So we encourage you to wear a mask. We don't require it, but we're encouraging you to do so. So as you consider these things, probably no more practical thing to think about than when Jesus said, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." So in summary, next Sunday we will not be back to normal. We can't afford to be back to normal. But Sunday morning service, we're going to do something different. We're going to be in person as well as live stream, but this is the only thing that we're changing at this time. And if you're sick or if you don't feel comfortable, please feel free to join us on live stream. Wash your hands, maintain physical distancing the best you can, and just come in with the attitude that, I might be an asymptomatic person who has this virus. And so we are looking forward to joining together next Sunday on May 17th to worship our King.